Oh my God. And I just got one out.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick and Brooke from the Corn Life Network. And tonight we have a special guest, Jordan Verni. Jordan is a regular participant on the Ben Gravy vlogs. She is also his girlfriend currently, and hopefully forever, because we love Jordan. We love Jordan. And, what would the vlog be without Jordan, right? Then I'll let Jordan respond to that.
Oh yeah, what would the vlog be? I don't know, right? I mean, I came in like 6 months into the vlog, so yeah, it's pretty much I've been here almost like the whole time.
Don't you guys have an anniversary coming up pretty soon?
Literally in like 2 weeks, which Ben might miss. So
I'm not going to tell him. That's why I wanted to ask.
Yes, in 2 weeks, Memorial Day weekend. So like technically I was looking it up, it's like the 27th is like, we don't really have an anniversary of like when Ben asked me out. We have more of an anniversary of like the day we met, because I mean, since then we just have been together like the whole time. So
yeah. So here's the tough question. We hear about Ben's dream all the time. It's the dream. It's the dream. What is Jordan's dream? What do you want out of life?
Oh my gosh, my dream is not what Ben's dream is. Like, it's so funny because I get asked that a lot from like my friends or like my family and different people. Yeah. And more or less like, I mean, my dream is pretty, like, I'm like more of like the normal, like homebody, like steady type, like stable person. And it's like, my dream is so different from Ben's, because like in my idea of what my life would be, it'd be like, have a good job, like do what you want to do, and like have a family, get married. Like all that stuff is like the box, like of what I thought was supposed to be like what's happening. But like since like meeting him, it's like the actual dreams of like what I want to do, like travel and like see the world and like accomplish things that I never thought was like possible. Like those are the things that like actually like I want to be my dream, where before I didn't think it was possible. Like I didn't think it was possible to travel, or I didn't think it was possible to like, you know, be on YouTube or on Instagram, like all that kind of stuff. I was like, that could never happen. And now it like actually can.
Well, you kind of blew up on Instagram as soon as they put Jordan Verni _ up there. And I imagine you just got killed.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, that's like the goal. That was my goal before like I met Ben. I always was like, I would love to be like on Instagram and all this stuff. But I was like, it could never happen, just because you don't, when you're not like with someone like Ben, like who actually does it for a living, it just seems like not, you know.
Yeah, it seems impossible.
Yeah, it really does. Hold on, he's coming back. He's got my coffee.
Yeah, you need that for sure.
Yeah, live. Oh no. You can ask me whatever too on him. He knows all of it.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. Well, what is another question that I have all these questions now that I'm talking to you. I can't remember what any of them are. How did you guys meet? Explain this to everybody, because I've heard the story of how you met, but let's let everybody else know how you guys met.
So it really all started because of me. And like I was following his Nub TV account, and that was like his other like actually more popular YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff, Instagram, and I just followed it because like I knew his friend Brian. Like from like being kids, and so I always thought it was like just like these crazy kids, and they did stunts kind of like Jackass, and I thought they were so cool, so I followed them. I commented on a picture by accident, like didn't even know it was a Nub TV account, and then he messaged me and was just like, hey, I would love to send you a shirt. This is when he was doing drinking coffee and talking shit shirts, and I was like, okay, yeah, send it to me. Then I was the forward one, and I was like, well, you don't have to send it. Like, we could just, like, meet up, and then, you know, the rest is history. Oh, there's a kitty.
That is our cat, who we have on medicine because he's so freaky. So I just gave him his pill. He needs a pill. But this is Simon. Meet Simon.
Oh, my God, he's snuggly kitty.
Yeah.
He is.
He just had a pill, so he's all chill now.
He did not like it when I moved in. Now, let me tell you how Ben affected my life and how I found you guys. I had a rough couple years. I had a divorce, and I found Ben about I want to say about 2 years now. It was, the vlogs were real raw, And I was living, my life was just completely different. And I said, if this guy can change it, I can change it. I'm living in Iowa. I'm not doing anything like I wanted to. And so I like kind of patterned my life around what Ben was doing with sobriety and with the whole live the dream. And Brooke will attest, when I met her in August of last year, all I talked about was Ben Gravy, a dream, all of these things, vlogging. And I thought that's what I wanted to do, is be a vlogger. Well, since then, that's changed. But that part of the dream has changed. But what Ben did for me was provide me with the dream. And that turned into me meeting Brooke. Because if I had not made the changes in my life and getting out of a bad relationship that I was in and doing all this stuff, Brooke and I would have never happened. So I kind of blame Ben for this wonderful girl that I meet here. Because Ben actually created the environment that allowed me to be the person I wanted to be and be the person who is, number one, fortunate enough to show up and be there, but not have the problems that I was having at the time. So I blame Ben that, well, actually, I'm really lucky that Ben came into my life because I'm marrying her on the 19th.
Yes, so, congratulations.
I'm going to be there.
You are going to be there, aren't you?
My river tour is lining up with that.
It's going to line up perfectly.
Close enough, right?
Close enough.
That's so awesome. I can't believe I'm actually going to have Ben Gravy at my wedding.
I know. Everything is planned.
I believe in the universe now and the power of God to put things in my path. And this is just the start of the dream and my idea of what the dream is. And I've watched Hobb and I've watched Tucker and stuff do their dream, and it's completely alien to anything that I would have ever thought doing. But I learned so much from these guys. And I mean, I learned a lot from you to find a girlfriend that accepts you for what you are and who you are, because you obviously do that. Granted, we have to completely disagree on the whole steering wheel incident. That steering wheel cover is pimp.
Yeah,
completely pimp. There we go.
Wait, but guys, he doesn't show the real gist of it. No, the one side is completely rubbed off and froze, and it just looks so dirty.
So, are you with Jordan on this one?
What?
Have you seen the steering wheel cover?
I don't think so.
You can't see the steering wheel cover.
I don't think so.
Isn't this pimp? Check that thing out.
Oh my god!
It's like furry.
It's furry.
Are you
team Jordan, team Ben?
Jordan.
Oh, I kind of like the fur. If it was hot pink, I'd love it.
I won the YouTube comments. So
did you? That's what's so great is because you became a full-on character in the vlog, and it for all the rest of us who watch it, we look at your appearances on the vlog as something special. I mean, I know you've got this whole travel, you've got this dream that was the box of what you live in. And would you ever consider going out on the road with Ben in his van? I know your mom's against it because she kind of came off on me on Instagram one time.
I can't. I literally can't.
It's two battles.
It's two battles with my mom. Well, my mom's okay, but I've had yeah, that's definitely been a thought of mine to travel with Ben. There's just it's just so crazy because Ben, I didn't want traveling with Ben. I didn't want to do something, and I don't want to do something just because it's his dream, and that's what I've been trying to and I've said multiple times to him, and I've said to other people that I've asked, it's I have to deep down inside want to do it.
Yeah.
And I am not at the point where going on I say a river tour or something is something that's in my heart. I might not be I want to spend time with him, of course, but I don't that's not my idea of the dream, you know? But
yeah, you're a Ritz-Carlton Louis Vuitton girl, right?
I mean, more or less, like I like a hotel. Like I do. But I'm definitely down to travel with Ben and do it my way plus his way at the same time. Like not where it's just all of Ben's ideas, because you know that's not fair to me, and it's not fair to him, because I won't be excited for it either, you know.
So when Ben goes to the North Shore, which I think is probably in the plans because he's got to go to get his legitimacy in the surfing world. That's just my. I'm so sorry, that just had to come out of there. When you go, you're the Pearl Bay Hilton. Turtle Bay Hilton girl. Yeah.
Turtle Bay. Yeah. No. And you know, I have like I don't know. There's been multiple times where we've been at places where it wasn't exactly what I expected or something, and I've pushed through. Like I do it for him, so and he does it for me. We kind of balance each other out with that. I think
this whole yin and yang thing that keeps you guys healthy.
Yeah.
That's totally cool. Brooke has a question for you. It's your question, right? We're just wondering, what is your craziest fan story, Jordan? What has happened to you that's like you just sticks in your mind as the craziest or worse, or anything you'd like to share?
I don't think I just still get so excited when like people like even just know who like I am just a little bit. Like it's just exciting. I haven't had like some crazy like fan experience. Like when we were in Rhode Island, the first time ever someone like noticed me, they asked to take a picture and they asked like me to get in it. And I was just like the most amazing thing, because I just felt like so like cool that like someone actually wanted to take a picture with me, because it's mostly like me getting handed the camera. I'm like some like shaky kid, and then I'm like, take a picture, and it's just like, you know, and it was just excited that someone like actually wanted to get a picture with me.
That's funny. You know, I don't have the fan experience that Ben has, but it's funny to be noticed in community. And I was a realtor in the city of Des Moines for about 4 years, and well, I was on a billboard. And not by myself, but with other people. And people noticed me from the billboard, and they come and think, "Hey, you're that guy on the billboard." That was the strangest occurrence. And I can't imagine what that would be like to be around a swarm of kids around Ben Gravy.
Oh, it's definitely crazy.
You know what? We have some crazy kids in our family too that know Ben, because of course I've introduced them to the vlog, and they don't get into it very much, but they get into it because they asked me about you. But
Travis watches
it. He calls you the Pineapple Man. And but he's like 8. I fully have to get him to the skate park.
Yeah,
we have a great skate park here in Oskaloosa. I just I can't do it because of my knees. They're too weak. I need physical therapy really bad. But when you come, Ben, make sure you bring skateboards.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's a killer park about.
It's really cool.
It's a great park. It's a concrete park, cool. And it was built by the Tony Hawk Foundation.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's got like a 6 foot deep bowl. It's got rails. It's got everything you possibly imagine. And so you and whoever comes on this trip, bring boards.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked.
It's literally 2 minutes from the house. So.
Have you been checking the flows, the river flows?
I have not. I've been so freaking busy. Is it going good there?
I think we're on it. I don't know. I haven't checked Iowa, but Arkansas is ready to rip. So
right on. You've only got 15 states to go. What's the next thing for you?
I've had so many thoughts and ideas, but like something that I thought would be pretty cool would be maybe like a 2-week, 3-week trip to England, or like Europe in general.
Yeah.
Really just take it back to like Mother England. Like do the 50 states and then take it back, because there's a tidal bore over there.
Yep.
The sovereign bore, and there's tons of surfing over there. And I think it would just be cool, because I went to London with my family when I was younger, but I never really got to do it up. You know what I mean? I think it'd be and I think Australia is definitely the highest requested thing on my channel. So definitely an Australia trip coming up. But yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be tough. It's almost like, what do you do after retirement? You know, it's like,
yeah.
I've been putting so much into novelty ways in the 50 states. Obviously, the novelty ways will never die, but the 50 states ending is kind of going to be sad in a way, but the biggest relief ever. In another way.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good to see you go on to that next thing and figure out what that next thing is, because I mean that's part of where Jordan comes in. I mean, you know, eventually there's some craziness about you guys getting married. Rumored about that on the internet. I don't know. I'm going to start that rumor if it's not there.
Some people comment. Some people think I should, like, you know, that should be happening.
I'm opposed to that. You know, there's just obviously the 50 states is one of the things I have to get done first. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with a long engagement either. You know,
he's just so silly. He's so silly.
I went with a short one this time. I figured out what I wanted and went and got it. So
yeah, I like that. It's like, you know, a man knows what he wants.
Yeah, I had to figure it out though. I had to figure it out. It took a while. Yeah, there's a guy named Michael Furberger. That's his honest name. He's going to run for the city government in Toronto, and he wants to know if Ben can hook you up. If Ben can hook him up, like, as a matchmaker. Maybe that could be like his big next thing is like matchmaking.
Mine?
Because you guys, these are people from my team on Facebook.
I get it, yes.
That could be his next thing.
Well, matchmaker to surfers and mayors of Toronto.
Yeah,
you could make a show like how like his vlog has like had love connections.
Yes.
Like, yes, that'd be great. That'd be,
and
like,
then it's with guys.
That's actually that's a really good story. I can't wait to highlight that when I visit you. Honestly, that's great, dude.
Yeah, it's so crazy how this all came together, and how my life changed through the vlog, and that seeing that what was out there had what I was living did not have to be that way. I could make a change in my life and make radical changes in my life, make them quickly, and still know that everything was going to be okay because the dream still existed. And I'm getting to the point where this part of my dream, I'm with you with the 50 states. I've met the girl of my dreams. I have I'm doing the things that I want to do right now. And then it's, where do I go from here? You know, I'm at that point with what's next. And I get where you're coming from with the whole what do you do next, and what you're going to do next. And we'd be honored to be, on your show doing a matchmaker thing. That'd be awesome.
Dude, yeah, wait.
Okay, Miss Kathy, Miss Kathy is one of the people who we're really good friends with. She actually sent us stuff for our wedding a couple days ago. She's awesome.
I commented on her vlog this morning.
You commented on Miss Kathy's vlog? That's really cool. Miss Kathy loves you, and she wants to know if Ben would write a book and that she would read it. And Miss Kathy is she was a former she still does it. She reads books for kids on the internet. That's her channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she reads books on the internet, like for kids, and like kids books, like Red Fish, Blue Fish, whatever. All those different kids books that she has. And she was a preschool teacher who recently retired. And she's a new fan of yours from that last interview we did together.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is amazing. Now let's get some questions to Jordan here. What you have any questions for Jordan?
Oh, I'm on the spot.
You gotta know.
What?
You've got to ask a question.
I can't think of anything right now.
Are you kidding? Okay.
No. Sorry, dates.
You're still available to you. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm thinking now.
Oh,
this is dead silence.
I love having my own show and doing what I want. That's what I think about that. I just blew her up.
I was waiting for your sound effects, dude. Is that the only one?
I've got a few here.
Don't you have the Ferris Bueller's one? Oh yeah.
No, I don't have that one yet. You're the one with all that kind of stuff. And I have the bell. I have the bell. I have a bell. I have sometimes I get in trouble and they call the cops. And then what's the other one? And then they come and they chase me down and they send in the dogs and they blow me up.
All right.
Now that that's over with, I'm playing around too much.
I got a question.
That's beautiful.
We have a question for Jordan from Miss Kathy. She says, I want to know if Jordan has moved or if she's still living and working away from Ben.
Oh yeah, I work in Philly. He lives in Jersey, and I live in King of Prussia at my parents' house. So, and he lives at his mom's house. So yeah, we still, after 2 years of dating, we still live a very separate life in that way. Like especially during the week, we're apart.
Right.
We're working on it though. That might be that's kind of one of Jordan's ideas for after the river tour.
The river tour is definitely something
I might have to lock it down and get an apartment with her, but I mean, it's funny though. We're in a weird situation because like we're both totally ready and totally financially able to do it, but we're kind of like it's funny because the YouTube thing almost holds me back from like some normal things in life because I'm so damn focused on it. And it's like, I kind of forget that life has to be lived as well. But yeah, at the end of the summer, we're going to charge it. So
yeah, well, the YouTube thing has definitely been like, yeah, it's an issue because his life is traveling, it is getting up. So it doesn't always make sense for someone that lives that life to have like a stable environment, like living. It doesn't make sense because you're traveling half the time. Why would you pay to live somewhere? Like I get it. I totally get it. Like
just move into the van.
Yeah, just move in the van. If the van, maybe if it was like an RV and it had like a bathroom, but like
Well, you're not into rest stops and stuff?
I mean, I could do a rest stop, but like, I don't think I could shower in like a sink. I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
Well, they have those trucker like showers.
They do. But I watched a show about a lot lizard once, and I don't think I could actually ever do that.
Lot lizard stories.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Those showers are like $10. They seem like a pretty good deal. I've never done it yet, but.
Here's a tip, Ben. You can buy a day pass to any YMCA in the country, and they have them in pretty much any city. And they're like $5. If not, sometimes you can get, if you join the Y, they'll let you in for free just to shower.
Oh,
so that's a tip that I got from one of my van life channels that I watched when I was planning on doing this.
That's amazing.
Huh?
That's amazing.
Cobb has a YMCA.
Yeah, Hobbs is coming with me. So
Hobbs coming with you now?
Yeah, I think so.
The craziness that will ensue.
He's claiming it as we.
Awesome.
It's his heavy claim. I gotcha. How long is he going to be with you? The whole trip?
He's claiming like a week, maybe 10 days. 10 days would be amazing.
Yeah, I've got to get Hobb on, and I have never contacted him. Because I'm just kind of running through my list of people who I've watched over the course of your vlog, and then Tucker's vlog, and then Hobbs' vlog. And I mean, if with the time I have now, doing YouTube, I don't have enough time to watch all the vlogs anymore. And I feel kind of bad. You feel kind of bad because YouTubers, as you say, don't necessarily watch YouTubers.
Totally.
And you just don't have time. So I'm fitting three major vlogs and then Dumpster Marcus. Dumpster Marcus is coming on the show next Thursday, believe it or not.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Oh, I gotta show you. I'm sure you've already seen this, Rick, but for anybody watching, dude, Dumpster Marcus handmade. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, we saw that. We watched that one.
Yeah.
How radical is that thing?
It's awesome. I mean, the guy's super talented, and I just how I came across Dumpster Marcus was he appeared in one of your vlogs when you were surfing Slammo last year.
Yeah,
that was like around this time too, wasn't it?
Yeah, early summer.
Early summer.
Yep.
Before it became illegal.
Has Ben ever surfed the Great Lakes? This is a question that came in. Now I know this one, but I think you can answer it better, Ben.
I have. I've surfed actually every state that borders a Great Lake. I haven't surfed every Great Lake, but I've surfed Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan. Is that it?
Isn't Pennsylvania Lake Erie?
Oh, Pennsylvania and Ohio. Yeah.
In New York too.
I haven't surfed New York actually, but I've surfed New York, but not on the lakes.
Right. You got to hit Erie. Erie's fun, but really dirty. But I mean, you were in what was it? Michigan City.
Yeah.
Last year, dude, that water is heavy, dude.
It's gnarly. There was like a chemical spill over there.
And you just like dove in.
I didn't know. Sometimes it's better not to know.
It's so much better for him not to know because Ben just can't handle it. So if he doesn't know, it's way better that way.
Here's a comment from one of our comedians in the group. He has a channel called Bits of Real Panther, and he says, "I didn't know that Woody Harrelson was on tonight."
Dude, you ever got that before?
You'd be surprised how much I get that. It's a daily
all
thing.
the time.
Well, a daily thing.
3 comments a vlog for sure. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You kind of do look like Woody Harrelson minus the joint in your hand.
I don't see it. I don't understand.
I see it now. I see it now, but you're in better shape than Woody Harrelson. So
I mean, Woody Harrelson.
He's also like
more hair.
I've also gotten Owen Wilson quite a bit too, and we're always like, God, those are like the worst looking celebrities ever.
I don't get any at all. When I use
that one's pretty good.
That one is pretty good, but
pretty good.
Ben still looks better. I'm sure, and he doesn't have a dread or anything.
You know what I can do after the 50 states? I'll rally the Nub Nation to just annoy Woody Harrelson until he comes surfing with me.
That's right. He surfs, right? I remember that now. You've got both of you have so much say. I mean, if you make a call out to the Nub Nation, how heavy is that for both of you? Know that you've got support in pretty much 50 states, a million countries. Not a million, but you know what I'm saying. But you guys have got support from all areas. So like, if you guys like wanted a call to action, I mean, for crying out loud, Kelly Slater still has not called Ben, unless I don't know that yet.
Yeah, I'm still waiting, but he said summer.
Summer?
Not officially summer yet, so. That's
true. So, well, we could do another call out on that and get Kelly Slater to let you into the surf ranch.
I don't want to bother him. I'm patiently waiting.
Yeah, don't bother Kelly. He might get upset or something, you know, and we know how that happens. He gets upset.
I mean, how cool of it was him to invite me in the first place, you know what I mean?
I know.
He didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
No. He could have completely ignored all 50 people in his chat completely going off on him about it.
I think he was lowballing, honestly. I'm not going to I was like 50, I don't know.
Hey, Jordan, what do you like to do in your spare time? What's your like go-to fun activity?
The first thing that came to my mind was shopping. That's like I mean, I spend a lot of time at like the mall, like shopping. So I'm really obsessed with clothes and like fashion and all that. So like it's kind of like become like a hobby to me because I just get obsessed with like the newest and like the I don't know. I love like designer stuff. That's just my passion. And probably working out. I spend every day after work, I work out. So that's been like a staple of my life for like 3 years now, I guess, or maybe like 2.5. I don't know. So those are like my two main things that I do. Like if I'm not spending time with him and like, you know, having like boyfriend, girlfriend time.
She also shreds the soft top.
Yeah, I shred the soft top. That's not no.
and look terrified so that Shark Week will call you.
Yeah, right. It's like that's the goal.
There's a viral video. Did you know that?
What? Oh, is it?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you would consider viral anymore, but I'm going to look up the stats. Last time I looked at it, it was, my sponsor, Superbrand, posted it on their Instagram.
Yeah.
And it has a grand total of, how long is it going to take? Oh, here it is.
It's right there. Let's see.
146,000 views.
That's pretty viral.
And this is a video of her streaming on it for the audience if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I want to go in now. We're gonna get out. I think you overestimated me.
So
that's my claim to fame. Ben was just telling me I should actually start introducing myself. Like I have a viral video online.
Here's another question for you. What is one of Ben's annoying habits, Jordan?
That is so funny. No, I don't know any real annoying habits. I would say the only thing that gets me annoyed is that he doesn't like to plan anything.
Well, he's planning a river tour.
Well, I mean, in reality, with me.
So you stay away from the wait. I shouldn't say this. You stay away from the commitment of making plans.
This is funny, though, because the conversation we had while stuck in traffic was that I told her my philosophy in life is to take everything that you're responsible for and throw it up into the air.
That's actually a really good way to do it.
Things will start falling one by one.
in place, usually.
Yeah.
It's weird how that happens. I mean, I'm amazed at how once you start doing the next right thing, because that was something that was big in my life, is just to do the right thing and making sure that I was being true to myself and being true to what I wanted out of life, and just kind of going and throwing it up to the universe and God and saying, hey, drop this where it needs to fall. And it's been amazing over the past 2 years how that started to fall. And I think I've heard you use that analogy before. This is from a guy from Pusa Studios. So they're a Canadian company out of Montreal. They do videography and photography. They're real talented, and it's Pusa Studios. Take a look at them, Ben. They're great.
How do you spell it?
Pusa, Pusa.
Okay, on it.
Because they have a question for Jordan.
Wow.
Let's go.
What does Jordan think the top 3 items to have in summer?
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Wait, in what way?
Well, I don't know. It just says 3 items to have in the summer. What
you must have? Oh my God. If I was actually trying to be the quintessential answer would be a good sunblock, but I don't use sunblock and I probably should, but definitely a good sunblock. Quintessential, I don't know. Literally, this is my life in the summer. I wear a bathing suit all day, every day, and a pair of flip flops, and I'm good to go. Okay. That's all I do.
She only needs 2 things.
I really only need
no
2 things.
Water.
Oh, I mean,
just a bathing suit and flip flops.
What else am I gonna do in summer? If my perfect life is to be in a bathing suit on the beach, and that's it. A beach towel. I like a beach towel.
Yeah, a beautiful loose beach towel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I have
really kind of pump the sponsors. We've got Jordan is sponsored by Hyperflex, from what I understand. So
yes,
they might give her my spot actually next year.
Yeah, I'm
They'll probably fire like they fired Chang.
Yeah.
Wait, people thought that was real. I felt terrible. There was a guy from Germany in my comment section. I forget his name, but he was like, "Oh, Ben, I've always loved your vlogs, and now I just don't know what to think about you." And I was like, "He's like, you're so heartless." And I was like, "Wow, I really thought that acting was so bad. Now no one would think it was real." You know what I mean? I felt bad, but
misunderstandings on the internet happen all the time. And, and it's crazy because. I mean, I was relatively new to this show, and I was, you just rattle stuff off, and I offended somebody, and we both dealt with it. And it was so heavy, and I love the guy. He never appears on my channel anymore. But before that incident, he was a good dude, and I wish he'd come back. So Kurt, if you're watching this, please come back and like at least comment on my channel because you were a cool dude. What is Jordan? What is the let's just say funniest? What is the funniest things that have happened to you recently?
Oh my gosh. No, I don't know. Like a lot of it, I mean, funniest. I can't.
You're hanging out with Ben all the time. You got to have something funny.
I know. I feel like life has just been so like stressful lately that I can't even like think of something funny. Like I don't know. Can you? What?
I have tons of things, but I'm not talking. You got it.
No, you have to help me, Bob.
This is your interview,
Bob. Just help. What are you saying no for? You have to say something funny.
They want to hear from you.
Yeah, but you have a funny thing that was to do with me.
I've half answered a couple questions and I don't want to take it away.
You know no, Bob, tell me.
I think, well, your viral video was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
When she was on the surfboard.
I don't really have another
thing. Jordan, step out of the box.
I mean, a funny thing that happened, like, literally to me by myself was I was running and I fell on my face. But, like, that was, like, that was funny for me. Like, that was it.
That's horrible.
That's like a normal occasion. Like, I fall and trip all the time. So, like, it's not something new. So, like, I was running and I fell in front of someone's house as they were pulling out of their driveway. And then I just ran off because I was so embarrassed. So,
that's pretty heavy.
You know what's pretty funny about us too is Jordan is pretty clumsy and she falls a lot and stuff, and she's actually really, really tough. Like she'll get smoked and like not even whimper, and I'll like literally just like hit my shin on a little rock and I'll be like bitching about it forever. You know what I mean? Because it's so the opposite, you know what I mean, of what you would expect.
I'm just used to it.
She's so Louie and she's tough, and I'm so like out there, like,
well, yeah, because he's a lot less like I feel like all men, like I don't know, like their pain tolerance is like way less than women. So like if he hurts himself, like he like really does like cry, and I'm literally like I like can't even walk, and I'm like I'm fine. Like what's the big deal?
It's probably true. It's probably
very
true.
Very true.
Well, you guys have got to bear children and all that stuff, and how many are you in your guys' future?
How many do we want?
Kids, yeah. I just surprised you both.
Yeah. If we're doing one, I'm going big.
What does that mean?
4.
4 is it?
Whatever, dude. Just ruin it.
No, get out of here with that 4 or 6. I mean, I'm an only child, so like, I don't really.
I don't believe only child I mean, I have 4 kids in my family. I think 3 is a good number because there's a nice balance.
3,
but I think we're gonna have kids late if we do.
Yeah, neither Brooke or I have kids, and we're in our. I'm in my mid 40s and she's in her early 40s, and we're gonna do the whole. We're gonna do the whole adoption foster.
Yes. I live for that. I think
That's
adopting
awesome.
is like one of the best things you can possibly do. It's something that I've always even like thought about. I think it's like
right.
As you know, my sister's adopted.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I kind of figured, but no one's ever talked about that in your family. So I kind of respected that because she's no different than any of you guys, other than she just has to put up with you 3.
I don't know how she did it. I really don't. Like, boys like them and having her like and she's so different because she's so mellow.
Her personality reflects how we acted though, because she's so over it. She just like rolls her eyes at us, you know.
Brooke is a social worker, so we're coming. She works for the state of Iowa, and so she's fully involved in the whole process of adoptions here in Mahaska County, Iowa, and we see the worst. I hear about the worst, and she sees the worst that can possibly happen to kids. And so I was just like, I was all like, 2 years ago, I was down with not having kids. I just didn't want to. I didn't want that kind of commitment to life in general. That's where I was at when I started this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to have to be responsible. I didn't want to have to do any of that. That was my own fault. But after hearing the stories of what happens to kids, man, I mean, it's just heartbreaking to hear some of these stories. And I decided that we have to kind of do it. I mean, it's kind of one of these things. It's even if we're just doing one at one, because I don't think it matters. I'll probably be the dad that's pretty active, because eventually I'll get these needs taken care of and I'll be fine. But I always thought, gosh, well, now I'm over 40, I can't have kids. And that's so not true. Everyone's having kids at 40 or plus now. So
literally, if you're 4, like, that's when you have kids nowadays. Like, everyone has kids later in life, because like so much other stuff takes over. Like, and it's like when you're young, like, do you really want the responsibility of taking care of kids? Like, you want to like live your life and then have family that you can spend as much time with. It's just crazy that you have kids early. Like, you don't even get to spend the time with that you would want to. Like, it's just different when you're older.
I was real career focused at the beginning of I don't know, when I got out of high school. I was a chef until I was 35. So about 10 years I've been out of that business, and I couldn't think about anything else other than my career at that point. I mean, it was all focused on until I was 35 and had to get out of the business because of just physical injury.
Yeah.
I was so focused on my career. I was working between, I was doing the 16 to 20 hour a day gig.
Heavy.
Yeah. Wow.
And my life now is so different because I've changed it. And, it's been different. I sold real estate for a while, and I'm probably going to get back into doing that a little bit too. But, it's really funny is when you reach goals in the dream, it changes, and the dream is so different for everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing Jordan's dream twist a little bit out of that box.
Me too, man.
I'm looking forward to it. And one of the things that's great about this is everybody knows your story. I can't imagine what your guys' wedding, when you do it, is going to be like.
That'd be so cute.
Well, you're invited.
Well, thank you. You're invited to ours, so hey.
Both of us.
But you can't talk about weddings.
But I was thinking maybe we would do super, super small. But now I'm thinking just super, super massive. Like,
who are you? Is that what you're thinking? I didn't know
full
he was
Nub Nation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what's up. Like, you got to share it. What is life about if you're not sharing the stoke? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Didn't your uncle get married at the Lighthouse last year in Cape May? I think I remember seeing that.
That was actually Atlantic City. Yeah.
Atlantic City. Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of the wedding that we're having this time. But we couldn't afford the wedding that we wanted, so we're getting married on the 19th to get married, and then we're having another marriage in 2019 in October, because we want to have the dream for Brooke, because she's never been married.
Yeah,
and I think that's so important to have that dream for her, to have that great wedding that she's always wanted.
Aww.
And but we don't want to not be married. So
I like how you're looking at it, because like, who's to say you can't do that? You know what I mean?
Nobody controls anything I do anymore.
Exactly, dude.
Fantastic. I work for myself.
You want to be married, you're married, and then you want to have the dream wedding, have it. Who cares? You know what I mean? Perfect. Right. Nailed it.
Yeah, and that's it. When I switched from caring for others more than I cared about myself, everything changed.
Yeah.
And I see that in both of you. It's not superficial on top. And everybody I meet on the internet, and it's not always true, but everybody I'm meeting and I actually become, I'd like to think we're becoming closer. I've had you on the show twice. You're going to be at my wedding. And everyone I'm meeting is so real. And I just haven't met anybody yet that is a complete fake on YouTube. And I guess I'd find that with some people, but you guys are amazingly real.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
He's watching the good one.
No, that's cool though.
Okay. Here's a question for Jordan, and I don't understand this because you're pretty young, but what advice would you give your younger self, Jordan?
Oh my gosh, I have so much advice for my younger self. I think about that all the time because like I had I would say I don't know. I have a lot of advice for my younger self because I've done a lot of things that like I just feel like I could have went a different way. So it's kind of like be more true to yourself because I felt like I'm 28, so I'm not that young. And I've done a lot of things where like I was living for other people or, you know, trying to fit in with certain people and doing what other people told me was like the right thing to do in whatever context. And I would tell myself like, don't do that. Like listen to your heart, not what you think you need to be doing because someone told you to do it.
That's a very solid statement. Thank you. That was very, very solid. I'm going to pen and clap for that one. This is for Ben. This is a guy named Brokenecks.
Wait, what? On this show?
What?
What up?
What up? But a guy named Brokenecks, and he says, tell Ben aloha from Alaska. Do you know Brokenecks?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, but he says aloha from Alaska. The guy lives in a town. He's one of my friends, and he lives in a town in Alaska that is so heavy you have to take like a helicopter to reach it. There's no roads. So,
but he has Wi-Fi, so that's cool.
Yeah, he's got Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't know how he does this, but here's a question for Jordan.
Aloha, by the way.
Aloha. Woo! What things in life are still a mystery to you, guys? Jordan.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
What things in life are still a mystery to you?
Tomorrow.
That is true. Will you tell us what you do, Jordan? I think I know, but would you be willing to tell everyone what you do for a living?
Oh, okay. So I'm an administrative assistant. I work in an insurance company in Philadelphia. So it's pretty much just like an office, pretty much keeping everyone happy. I do everything.
That just sounds completely annoying.
No. It's pretty much like, I don't know. It's not what I got my degree in. So my degree's in marketing. So that's what I really want to do. It was just kind of like, you take the job, like when you get your degree, like trying to figure it out, so that's pretty much where I'm at with that.
Okay.
Jordan helps me to talk about the marketing that Jordan doesn't even realize it, but she helps me with marketing so much.
Yeah.
She helps me put thumbnails, helps me do titles. Fun fact, she actually drew my pineapple logo by hand.
You're the original pineapple girl? You drew that?
Wait, this is the first time this set's saved, right? Because this is a monumental moment that Ben
this will save and will be on YouTube as long as YouTube's around, and that's gonna be a long time.
Okay, good, because I'm taking that clip and I'm saving it forever.
I always claim this. But yeah, it's funny because she doesn't realize how much marketing she actually does because she helps me out so much with like pitching it. You know what I mean? Making it like something that people understand, which is cool.
Yeah, that's that. You have your own social media marketer right there.
Yeah,
and that's really handy. I've had to teach myself a lot of stuff, and yeah, real estate taught me a lot about marketing because you are in charge of marketing yourself.
Sure, that's what it is. I went to school, real estate school for like a week and a half, and I failed the test, and I just never went back.
You failed the test?
I heard that Pennsylvania has the hardest real estate exam that like my whole class, no one passed it.
Yeah.
And,
oh, really?
Yeah. So like I heard it's really hard because like a lot of people get it in Jersey, and I was just thinking it was as simple as like that, and it is supposed to be the hardest by far, and it was brutal. So yeah, I didn't pass.
Oh, gee. I'll just say this: I passed on the first try in Iowa.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's so hard. And they literally tell you you're not going to pass. You got to take the test home and take it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I mean, I think the one guy, he was in the class like 4 times. Like it was
wow. Yeah, you know, we had a girl that I went through class with who failed the Iowa one 5 times. And I was in class with her. We took the same stuff, and it was like amazing because she was super smart, but she just didn't test well, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part, where I can fake my way through a test pretty much any day.
Yeah.
Okay. Miss Kathy says, I need some pineapple merchandise, and she will order it tomorrow. While we're doing that, where'd it go?
Oh, I think I put it up. Hold on.
Okay, we'll be right back. Ben has a let me pull this up real quick, Ben. I'll pull this up first, and then we'll go to your merch. Because I want to pimp your merch here.
Jesus, Ben.
Be right there. Sure. All right, we are sharing the Ben Gravy's page to everyone.
Oh, there it is.
This is where you'll find all of Ben's surfing adventures, and you know, believe it or not, I haven't caught the wave pool event yet, and I've caught Rob Kelly's at it, but not yours, believe it or not. But all of this stuff I've got a couple things that are here that we've put together. Stop screen sharing, and okay, this is one shirt. Of Ben. This is her shirt
I got for Christmas.
That she got for Christmas, and this is available, and it'll be in the show notes. bengravy.bigcartel.com. You can get this. This is a beautiful T-shirt.
It's super comfy.
Super comfy, really good quality, awesome screen print. It's lasted for months so far, and that's better than most that I could say. And this right here is the pineapple surf wax candle that started it all.
Yup.
I did.
This is the thing that makes the guy millions.
You know,
That's great.
Well, I have to put an asterisk on the online store. I'm out of candles right now, and I'm low on everything else. So
okay,
if your size isn't on there, restocking. Actually, this is Jordan's.
This is gonna be mine.
Big leap into my industry. She's gonna be taking care of all the clothing from here on out. So,
really, you're taking care of all of the clothing from here on out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. But I feel like, I mean, I think I know what will be good, and I need to get involved somehow. And I feel like that's the best, like, you know, way to get involved to start. You know.
Yeah, I definitely that's a really good way to get started. And let me tell you exactly what we need.
3X.
We need 3X shirts.
Okay.
3X shirts, because I can't wear a 2X because it's too darn short. So
okay.
We need 3X shirts. It has nothing to do like this is a coffee mug of some sort. I think you said you were working on that.
Yep.
Like a dad's hat.
Oh my gosh, bro, I am saying the dad's hat. For sure, that's my favorite. The dad's hat is happening.
Yeah, good.
Easy. That's the dream.
Yes.
Yeah, I would wear one every single day. I wear a hat, and I would just throw that. I'd sport that Ben Gravy gear all the time.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it because that's
no, I'm just a big fan.
Wait, can I screen share or no?
I think you can.
Because I got the classic thing I got to show too.
Okay. You go if on the left hand side.
Yeah. Where is it? Screen share. All right, here we go. Am I sharing?
Yeah.
Got it. Potentially throwing some of these down too.
Oh, that's I
love it.
That is sick.
Come on, right?
That is sick.
For the ladies. All right, how do I stop this?
Yes.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah,
super cool.
So that's the first time I've actually seen that done by somebody. Of course, Ben figures it out to share out the stuff for the ladies. So that's totally cool.
Nice.
And all in the pink and pink. Yeah,
favorite color.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
Miss Kathy wants some sunglasses.
Miss Kathy wants sunglasses, but you've got to get a decent brand of sunglasses if you do that though.
It's either like get the ones that are 89 cents or go like super nice, right?
Yeah.
Right. You know, like if I wore contacts all the time, I'd probably wear the Oakleys, those prisms that you gave to Hobb that aren't even on the market yet.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. Huh?
Are they not on the market?
I don't think so.
Dude,
I have to qualify them in Iowa anyway.
I could maybe specially order you some contacts that have the pineapple logo red in your eye.
Wow, that's awesome.
Dude, yeah. Instead of like the cheetah eyes, I can walk out with Ben Gravy just going.
Oh my god, we're out.
And people think you're so weird. They're like, "What are you doing, man?" You're like, "The dream, dude." Just like,
oh, but my bloodshot eyes from watching hours and hours of video. I can't tell you how many times I've like gone back, and I think I talked about this, and I've done this with you guys too, and looked at your story and stuff in the last few days, and gone back and looked in the past to see where the vlog has been. And I didn't, of course, it doesn't show you how many subscribers you had at that point. But I think when you came in, it was around about 5K or a little bit less, 2K. Me
personally, it might have been less. I mean, what were you when we went to California? I think his videos were getting like,
oh my gosh,
they were getting like 300 views, and I forget, a few videos went like a little bit above, and like for some reason, what video was it? We both freaked out. I feel like when we first started dating. You remember?
I don't know, but I remember distinctly when me and Jordan went to California together, which was like a week after meeting each other. I just hit 5,000 followers on Instagram, and my Instagram's always been a little bit above my YouTube. Yeah. So I don't know what it was at. It could have been like 1,500.
And
maybe.
That's what we were freaking out. The Instagram, like going from like it's been only like not even 2 years, because it'll be 2 years in the end of May, that like he had that many Instagram followers, and we were freaking out over that. Like, and now it's just gone like up and up, and it's a crazy experience, because at some point you're like, I'm more excited because I'm like, this is so awesome. And he's just like, you know, you get used to it, like getting another like 100 followers, and I'm freaking out.
I was really into growth up until about the past like really into growth and staring at my numbers and doing all that stuff until about 2 weeks ago. And I just said, you know what, it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm not going to worry about it. And my growth stopped because I was really, really into like contacting other creators and doing stuff like that. But I'm like much happier not spending all my time liking, watching, and following people and making sure that all their videos are watched. I've got like a few friends, but I mean, in the small YouTube creator movement, there's a huge push to reach that 1,000 goal. And what a lot of people don't realize is when you get 1,000 subscribers and you're getting the views that correlate along with that, it's like no money at all.
Yeah.
It's no money, like $60 a month maybe. And it's so funny because everyone's like crazy to get to 1,000 followers so they're monetized, but they don't get that it's not that much. It takes 5 years of time. It takes a commitment of doing all that stuff. And Jordan, you should start your own channel.
He tells me that all the time, but I did. So I'm going to New York tomorrow, and I have a GoPro that Ben gifted me.
Nice.
Well, I mean, we'll see what actually gets done or like what doesn't, but like I have a GoPro. It might be on Instagram over like YouTube, but like we'll see.
Okay. Awesome. That's cool. You're going to New York, right? What are you doing in New York?
Well,
I'm going to see Instagram influencer that I like.
Oh, cool.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah, like girl with no job. She has like a meme account. So I'm going to see her like live. I'm excited.
Very cool.
Awesome.
It's really funny to start to realize that the internet presence and influence of people like Ben and you and anybody else who's starting to make it big on YouTube is almost better than being on like TV these days.
100%. Like, look, I just bought tickets and I'm spending a night in New York to go see an influencer. Like, not to go see like Britney Spears. Like, I was gonna buy Britney Spears tickets and they were way too expensive. I wouldn't spend the money to go see her, but I'll spend like a couple $100 to stay in a different state just to see someone from Instagram. Like, that's where like they're like where it's going, because like I don't know. It's just more real when you see a person that like lives their life for like everyone else, except like when it's on TV, it's like fake, you know? They're playing somebody on Instagram. You can fake it, but I feel like you get caught when you fake it. Do you know?
Oh yeah, you totally do. If you're not transparent in this business, you are not going to make it. Because I mean, it the story that went along with YouTube is Logan Paul. I mean, the guy was real, and he just constantly messed up and created huge problems. Ben is real, and he doesn't create huge problems. So eventually there's going to be this separation here with people who are authentic and people who aren't authentic being honored for being authentic, because people will meet Ben and unless they catch him on a bad day, or they'll meet you and they'll realize that you are the people that they're meeting, that they're doing. And I'm just so stoked to get to know you guys. I mean, it's really, I'm really stoked for that. We're at 7 o'clock, and I'm sure Jordan wants to go home.
Oh, so you're an hour behind us. Oh, right. Okay.
We're in Iowa, so we're a flyover state. Kind of like where Ben's going to surf in about a week.
Yeah, so it's not a flyover. It's a surfable state.
It's a surf destination.
It's a surf destination.
That's right. It is now. You know, the Charles City Whitewater is not going to know what to think after you've been there.
Dude, are you going to bogey?
I'm thinking about it. I mean, it just depends on when you're gonna be there, because we've got that wedding coming up on the 19th. When are you gonna hit it?
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you.
Wait, where is Arkansas compared to?
It's far.
Oh, okay, it's far.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave. I'm leaving on Sunday now because I have to wait for Hob, and we're heading straight to Arkansas. And what I think. We talked about this. Did I say you were my sixth?
Sixth, yep.
Sixth state. So I don't know how long that takes, man. I really don't, because I could get a state a day, or I could get state every 2 days.
Yeah.
But I'm really praying that I can. Dude, you know what? I don't even need to pray. I think it's just going to line up perfect.
I do too. I do too. But we'll let you go so Jordan can go home. You guys can rest and have a good night. Thank you all. Hang on a couple seconds, guys, because I want to talk to both of you off the air. But with this, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Everyone, have a good night. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
For the dream.
Thanks.
Hold on.
For the dream.